Yeah.
Beastin', T hit that beast mode on them.
Yeah.
Beastin', T hit that beast mode on them.
Yeah.
Beast mode on them.
Yeah.
Beast mode on them.
Yeah, you getting straight money, I'm getting strange money.
Mastering GBP USD is not only about actively trading it, knowing when and when not to actively trade. It's also about understanding the future of money and trading as an entire landscape. I think that having a more broad view of the markets enriches you as a trader so that you're making highly intelligent decisions. When we're thinking about futuristic models, I'm a huge fan of sci-fi movies. I would say iRobot probably goes down as my top 3 favorite movies, or movies that I've seen at least 100 times. And so in this video, what we're gonna do is talk through my 3 big picture ideas that are around the future of money and trading. Now, to be straightforward with you, sometimes when I write a lot, I have so many journals. I have probably 1,000 journals at this point. And sometimes my ideas are a little bit far out. And so I engaged ChatGPT to ask me questions one by one so that I can flush out these ideas and give them to you in a practical way. Okay. And so just giving you that heads up, I use ChatGPT probably a lot differently from most. I'm not asking ChatGPT to give me the answers. I'm asking it to simplify my thoughts and ideas, make them more concise, more palatable, and more practical. Because sometimes the Sagittarian nature in me goes super optimistic, and I want to make sure that when I'm communicating ideas, that not only is it practical, but it's relatable, and it's not just random Sagittarian optimistic thinking. And so let's talk through these 3 big picture ideas. We're technically going to be looking at a 100-year horizon. So the span of these ideas, in my own opinion, is going to be from the perspective of like a 10, 25, 50, 100-year horizon. All right. Now, keep in mind, even though I'm saying 10 years, a lot of the things that we're talking about, it's already in the now. Let's go back to the esoteric for 1 second. The present moment is the past moment, and it's the future moment, right? There's only now. And so although we're saying that these are big picture ideas over the next 100 years, it's now. Idea number 1 is that money will fragment. I know that there's a narrative on mainstream media, and I think my opinion is that mainstream media's number 1 job is to add fear to the marketplace. And I watch a lot of CEOs in their conversations around AI and AI infrastructure and tokenization. And I just see a common thread of, oh, AI is going to take over jobs. It's going to be doom and gloom. You got to learn AI and da-da-da-da. And so these conversations really make me think, why do these CEOs want the general people, to be afraid of AI technically? And so these are things that I think about. But I digress. 100-year horizon. Money will fragment. Regulation is going to move internal. What do I mean by that? Money, in my opinion, is going to be broken into parallel systems. Sort of like, you can think of it like right now. There are people that use crypto. There are people that use Apple Pay, right? These are different types of transacting methods. There are people that still use checks. There are people that use cash, and there are people that use debit cards. So instead of this idea that money orders, right? Instead of this idea that, oh, fiat money is going to go away, which is an idea that I still play around with sometimes, I do believe that they're just going to continue to be parallel systems that are working in the background on the state, corporate, crypto, and energy backed level. With that being said, external regulation, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter what Bank of America thinks about X token. Who cares, Bank of America CEO? We thank you for your information, but are you guys offering that? You get what I'm saying? I'm not disrespecting them. I'm just saying the whole idea where external regulation or having a third party say this is legit goes out of the window. The real regulator becomes the individual. And so the people that cannot regulate themselves will be regulated by the system. And that's going to be through fees, that's going to be through leverage, possibly debt, volatility, and overall just dependency, right? People that want the UBI. People that want UBI. The future of money isn't about freedom. It's about who can actually handle freedom. Write that down. Idea number 2, corporations and energy will issue money before governments lose power. Now, this is something that I've been playing around with for years, because I think about when I go to the gym, obviously, over the years, I've attended a number of gyms. Club Fitness in Missouri, that's one of the dominant gym brands in Missouri. They have CF points, right? This was years ago. I joined that gym in 2013. And now that I think about it, it's no different from Starbucks having Starbucks points. You load your money, quote unquote, onto these apps or these companies, and then they give you points. And so corporations and energy, they're going to have their own their money. That's money. That's the money. How many Starbucks points do I have? I don't even whip out my debit card to go to Starbucks. I pull up the app, they scan it, we're back. We're good. So nation states won't disappear, but their monopoly on money most certainly will. The value is going to be increasingly issued by corporations like the Apples or major corporations like Google with closed economic loops. They're going to have their own way of transacting. And I mean, we were talking about all these data centers that are being built for AI and all that. I mean, energy and infrastructure owners, they control the inputs. So obviously, you're gonna get some Chat GPT bucks. I mean, obviously, you put your money on Chat GPT for credits anyway, or other apps. You can get credits, right? 50 AI credits. So money is gonna become less of an idea, more of a function. People won't ask, is the money real? They're not going to ask that anymore. They're going to start asking, what does this let me do? Okay. Now, the third idea, and we're narrowing that down within the 25 to 10 year range, right? This is my idea for what's going to happen over the next 10 to 25 years. Trading it's going to become a psychological survival skill. I've been saying this for years. There's no way that anyone can argue with me on the topic of trading being the best business. Trading is the best business. I don't care what you talk about. I don't care about real estate. I don't care about anything else except trading currencies. That's the only business that matters. No other business is better. Okay. And so as individuals people are going to be forced. Think about it. DraftKings, the Kashis, the things that you can bet on, people are going to be forced to engage with markets. Trading is going to stop becoming, it's not going to be about income. It's going to be about self-mastery under pressure. Of course, as I always say, the edge is not indicators. The edge is emotional regulation. Trading is 95% mental, 5% technical. The edge is also in your adaptability. Can you adapt to moving markets? Are you able to do that without carrying the residual of information that no longer serves you? And then your edge is also going to be in rule following. Follow your rules. How well do you follow your rules? Especially when the outcomes are uncertain as they are in the currency markets. So my opinion is that most people won't fail because the markets are hard. They'll fail because they can't manage themselves long enough to learn. So in the next decade, in the next decade, markets are not going to punish ignorance. They are going to punish dysregulation. Think about that. And so I would love to hear your ideas on these 3 big picture ideas. Again, I know that typically when we're thinking about trading, yes, a lot of our work is involved in coming in here and deciding if it's going to go up or down. But then when we think about if it's going to go up or down, some of the underlying information, data that we need are wrapped in big picture ideas. So would love to hear from you. Drop a comment, boost a post. And if you haven't already, follow me on TradingView. Until the next time, trade safe and take care.